Abbotsford is basically crunched, as we would all know. Mountains, U.S. border, land reserve, river, you name it. But we can look to other examples for where cities have gotten ahead of this. And a great example is Seattle. They used the free market. They got ahead of it. They sped up their zoning and approval process. But the answer is government needs to be permissive. We need to have a strong process, but we need to be quick, predictable, and allowed to be built what the market will bear. And right now we have a rental crunch. If there's a company out there that wanted to build a 200-unit rental-only building, I think we should prioritize that in the queue. I think somebody that wants to come forward and do a good project, that project should maybe even go front of the line because we have a far greater social need there.
This is a great country to live in, and so there is money coming into this country from all over the place that's driving up housing. Now, the way we can at the local level address that is through our official community plan, the densification of our city center, 5,600 residential lots in our what we call city center can be now subdivided into 2 lots. So theoretically, you can have 6 families living on the same plot of land. And of course, the houses are smaller, which is going to drive down the price. There's 60,000 more people coming here in the next 15 to 20 years. We either manage the change or the change is going to manage us. One way or the other, that change is coming.
We need to have an affordable housing system, as I said, dispersed throughout the city. In the building city plan, they have this midtown connection they're making across the highway to these apartments or condos, whatever you want to call them. Looking at the rents for these places, a 2-bedroom running at, I believe it said $17.95. I couldn't afford to live there. That to me is not really affordable for most students or anybody other than perhaps professional people or people that have established a career.
I've always rented, and 7 years ago I was paying $800 for a 4-bedroom house in the city, and now I pay more than that for a 2-bedroom apartment. You can imagine the price difference now, and I definitely feel that pinch. It's one of the hardest things, so not only for students, but I think for low and middle income families and individuals here. In addition to what the province just did by capping rent, or at least the potential of increasing it further, I think that they need to develop areas where whether it's incentives for developers and landowners, enough so that they will take into consideration to lower rental rates to something that's more affordable as it is.
This mayor and this council have been gutting Abbotsford of the existing affordable housing in the goal of densifying and making us bigger and making us more like Surrey and Vancouver. We're taking away affordable housing. It was an affordable city, and people from Surrey and Vancouver were coming out here because it was affordable. But this current council is gutting our city. I don't know if you can ever reverse anything, but you can sure slow down this crazy determination to make us bigger at the expense of the existing residents.